Hello everyone, my name is Michael Lloyd, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Many of you know Gay Days is coming up, apparently 23 days away, I think, and I'm sure all of you are apparently getting in shape, because the last time I checked on Grindr, everyone's starting to look about 2 pant sizes smaller, so great work everybody on your Gay Days preparation. But the reason I'm doing the video today is because a lot of you, I know, are going to Gay Days, a lot of you are going to Pride in New York, I know is coming up, as well as just on a day-to-day basis, we all like to have sex. We all like to either, for both men or women, we've all gone out and had a drink or 2 or 3 or been tempted into having shots or the whole bottle, and it comes about to, well, come home with me, or you meet someone cute, or you're sitting in the club and you talking to your friend and they're texting the person across from you on Grindr, and you say, can't you just walk over there and talk to them? But eventually, at the end of the night, you guys hook up and you go back to their house and you're really horny, you're making out, and you get to a point where you're, oh crap, nobody has a condom. Well, what are your risks? People always ask me all the time because I'm HIV positive. Can you get HIV from rimming? No. But from what I just found out recently, you can get actually hepatitis A and a couple other, like, nasty things, like colitis, which is diarrhea, which is, like, a really nasty thing, and nobody really wants to have that. So, I would suggest, and many of you aren't going to do this, but there's these little mouth guard thingies you can buy, I guess, to do rimming. But, personally, if I'm going to get rimmed, I like the real thing. But, just so you know, for your protection, obviously, you want to do what's right for you. If the person has toys, for example, like this dildo, which is pliable, obviously, fun, can be put in either your vagina or your anus. However, from what I heard, and obviously common sense, it's usually not smart to share the same sex toy that's been in someone else's body without using a condom. So if you're going to be using it with any kind of lube, for example, wet platinum, or a silicone-based, which is Astroglide, or Crisco, or Boy Butter, if you're going to that extra route, maybe, you might want to wash it off with Dawn soap, because it gets all the grease off and it gets it clean. But to make sure that you don't get anything else on it, what you probably want to do, and as you've been in my room, you know, in my bedside table, boxes full of condoms just coming out of the sky. And let's just say, okay, this one, an extra large one, just for an example. If you're going to have sex with anybody or use a toy, it's probably a good idea, especially if you don't know the person, if you're meeting them at the bar and you're drunk, to probably just take it off. Make sure you're always using lots of lube. Unfortunately, I don't have any lube with me, so, because I haven't really had sex in a while, so you're going to take your condom, pull it out, put it on top, and slowly pull it down over the dildo, or in some cases the penis, and pull it down the shaft, and there you go. Now, if you're using the dildo, and it gets rough, and remember, before I go any further, keep a little bit extra on the end, especially if you're going to have intercourse with someone, because when you do ejaculate, you do want there to be some room for, you know, movement, and when you move, it's going to come off and on a little bit, so make sure there is some extra leeway. But always check and make sure. But, for example, if you're going really hard, say it rips, oh crap, what was that noise? It popped. You got a hole. What are you going to do? Well, take it off, obviously. And hopefully the person has another one. And if they don't, well, this was fun, but you can always, I mean, there's plenty of things you can do that are safe. You can make out with someone. Chances are, as far as HIV goes, you aren't going to want to make out with somebody if they have a cold sore. So, if their lips are aren't, like, totally great, but if their lips are chapped or they have, like, any nasty cold sores in their mouth, you probably don't want to make out with somebody or make out with them. So, I would suggest, for the most part, just use common sense. Another way to do things, if you are going to do foreplay or toys, there's these weird thingies which somebody down the street gave it to me. You, I guess, put your penis in the end of the thing and you, like, whatever. So, there's ways to be safe and there's ways to have fun and be pleasurable. But at the same time, you don't want to, just because, like, just the other, well, not the other day. A while ago, I was hooking up with somebody and they said, can't we just not use a condom? And I was like, well, we can not use one, but chances are, like, you know, I don't want to have it on my conscience ever that I gave someone HIV or gave them anything for that matter. I also have hepatitis C from my prior drug use, and I would not want to expose anyone to that due to any foolish choice on my behalf. So as much as I do like to have unprotected sex, and as much as you know that by not wearing one of these, it does feel better, or shoving one of these that's been up at someone else's butt up your own behind, that chances are you probably want to be safe. Because in the long run, like myself, I posted videos before, and you know, my journey through HIV has not been easy. It's not cheap. Medication runs really expensive. Thankfully, I have insurance. Some people don't, and coming up is the AIDS walk, and that's kind of why I'm doing this whole video, and I don't know if it really makes sense, but it's fun. And I feel like there's just so much money, like, being spent on, like, little fundraisers and banners and posters and parties, and mind you, most of those parties are, and fundraisers are at bars, and they want you to get drunk, and they want you to get fucked up, and they want you to obviously alter your train of focus and your judgment, which means you're going to hook up with somebody. So in my opinion, and no offense to anybody, because I know there is one coming up this coming Wednesday at Revolution for Out Loud Orlando, which I hope all of you do go out to and support, for DJ Justice, because it is a great cause. I will just say, though, however, that on the flip side of things, who is really discussing the pluses and the minuses about HIV? There's so many different, like, things you can catch. Like, I had syphilis back in January. Nobody wants syphilis. Thankfully, I am allergic to the shot, so I didn't have to get, like, shot in my butt. But I had to take the pills, and I got rid of it, and I'm fine now. But you can get so many different STDs. Like, I was having this, like, anal exam the other day from my doctor, and he was, like, probing back there with the little thingy, and he's just like, oh, you're fine, blah, blah, blah. But get tested all the time and make sure you don't have these things, because he said there's like 40 different types of STDs, and in different people they can show up in different ways. So always remember, like, if you're going to have sex, obviously when you're finished, shower, clean up, wipe off. And for men, make sure if you do happen to do unprotected sex, which I am not approving and not suggesting you do, but I would say when you're done, pee afterwards, because a lot of the STDs can travel up your urethra and the head of your penis, and such as gonorrhea and chlamydia and a bunch of other those fun names. But nobody wants any of those, so just play it safe and be smart. Like, but there's so many different things about this whole AIDS walk thing. Like, I thank all of you so far. I've raised $205 towards Mama D Crusaders team for the AIDS walk, and I thank each of you individually for your contribution. And I kind of wanted to do this video, though, just to kind of say that there are safe ways to have sex. There are safe ways to use a toy. You can still have fun sex and passionate sex, even rough sex if you want to. But if the condom breaks, put a new one on it. If you're not sure if it's broken, pull out, check it, and put another one on it. Just make sure that you're always using proper lube, enough lube, because things can break, things can rip, and a majority of people who do get infected with the disease or an STD are from people who aren't using enough lube and who do rip your anal wall or do get a tear inside, and that causes body fluids such as semen or actually pre-cum to get inside, and that is a big factor as to what causes a lot of these things. It's not necessarily just from getting cum in your butt. It's a combination of not using enough lube and going too rough, and having the condom rub too hard. And like myself being a bottom, I don't really like to have a condom on, but because it hurts and it rubs and it burns and it like feels like someone's taking sandpaper. But that's why you have to use a lot of lube. So in preparation for the AIDS walk, which is on May 19th at Lake Eola at 8 in the morning, I believe, I just want to encourage a lot of you to please go through and just make sure you're safe. Go and get tested. There's a lot of places here in Orlando, like the center, which is on Mills Avenue. There's Hope and Help, which is in Winter Park. And there's even the health department, which is, I recommend. They're a pain in the butt to go through because they're government and they take forever. But still, if you don't have money or you're needing financial assistance for something, there's always a place you can go to. Just type in online, like HIV awareness in Orlando, or places that you can get help. Or if you need to, ask me, and I can give you pointers or help on where to go and what to do. But the last thing anybody wants is to get a phone call or get a text message from a friend saying, hey, I just got tested today and I'm positive. Or, hey, I was really sick and I found out I have this. I guess for me, over the years, the past 2.5 years, it's been really difficult to see people who have HIV who get HIV after I got it, because I never really experienced what that felt like for other people when I told them. So just be safe. Just be smart about it. Like, don't be stupid. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that nobody wants to get. And for those of you out there who do run around on the different websites and do ask for positive cum or to be paused, I wish you all well, and I really wish that you all would have a better respect for yourself, because for myself, it wasn't that I was looking for HIV. I really didn't want it. The person who gave it to me did not tell me, and that's really not fair. And if you do have HIV and you are going to have sex with someone, as simple as, like, I actually just the other day, yesterday, was making out with someone and said, hey, I have HIV, I want you to know what I have, here's the deal, and here's how we can be safe, blah, blah, blah. Because how stupid of it would be for me to not go and tell someone that I have HIV and then find out from someone else, or put them at risk because I was too insecure with myself. So it's just be smart, everybody. And for the AIDS walk coming up, I have information on the bottom of this video. I would love for you to donate if you can to support me. And I am walking with the Mama D Crusaders group. So again, my name is Michael Lloyd, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed my lovely dildo demonstration. Have a good day.